Dear students, in this video we will discuss about what is verb, the types of verb with proper explanation. Okay, like principal verb, main verb, full verb, or lexical verb, then helping verb or auxiliary verb, then stative verb, dynamic verb, transitive verb, intransitive verb, regular verb, irregular verb. Okay. Detail we discuss about at this all this topic will cover in the next 3 or 4 videos. In this video we discuss about what is verb and some types of the verb. Okay, so let's start. Verb. A verb is a word that tells something about the subject or person. You know the verb, that means the action. Okay, some action that will be called as verb, but the action is done by someone. Okay, action is performed by someone in a sentence. The subject does something in a sentence, that is known as verb. The subject does something in a sentence, that is known as verb. Okay, just what the subject is, that means what the subject is, that is also verb. In a sentence, what the subject is, that is also verb, and what the subject does. Okay, what the subject is or what the subject does. Just an example, milk is white. Okay, milk is white. You know, is a verb. Is a verb, but which type of verb? Here, is a lexical or is a principal verb or main verb. But you have already known before about that is, am, are. These are auxiliary verb. These are helping verb. But in this case, milk is white. Here is main verb or principal verb. I have a pen. Is also used as helping verb in a sentence, but it is also used as main verb in the sentence. Okay, I have a pen. To have also both it is used as principal verb or helping verb. In this case, it is verb and which type of verb? This is main verb. Okay, is, milk is white. So just look at this, what the subject is. That means here no action is performed here. No action is performed here. That means milk is white. That is in the state. That is in a state. That is known as stative verb. So is can be used as a helping verb or as an auxiliary verb or a main verb or a stative verb. That means it indicates a state. It indicates a state. Here no action is performed. Milk is white. Here is or which type of verb? We can call it is a principal verb, or here it is also called as a stative verb. Okay, stative verb. We will discuss more detail about what is stative verb, what is dynamic verb, detail in the next. Okay. They are good musicians. This is also here verb. Which type of verb? This is also main verb. This is also main verb. In this case, Indian soldiers are brave. Okay, are. So here are. That is main verb. Clear? That is main verb. Are is used as helping verb. Suppose take an example. They are playing cricket. Here are is auxiliary verb and playing is main verb. But in this case, Indian soldiers are brave. Here are is main verb. Or it is in a state. Here no action is performed. What the subject is. What the subject is. Here the subject is milk. Milk is white. Milk is white. Indian soldiers are brave. Indian soldiers are brave. So here are is a main verb, or we can call are is in a stative form. Stative verb. So take another example. Tiger is the national animal of India. Tiger is the national animal of India. So here is stative verb. Okay, stative verb. So here no action is performed. Okay. She was a popular leader. So here was is also a main verb, or we can also call it is a stative verb. Here that means what the subject is. In all these 4 sentences, here no action is performed. What the subject does. Here we get no information about the action, but this is also verb. Which verb? We can call it is a main verb, or we can also call a stative verb. Clear? Dear students, look at these examples. The girls are playing football. Okay, the girls are playing football. That means what the subject does. Your subject is girls. Okay, what the subject does. The girls are playing football. The girls are playing football. That means what is action here? playing. So here playing will be main verb and are will be auxiliary verb or helping verb. Okay, this is primary auxiliary. We will detail discuss about all the types of verb. Okay, the boys kicked the ball. The boys, that means what the subject does, what the subject did. Here the boys kicked. Here kicked is main verb. Okay, kicked the main verb and the subject is boys. He takes tea many times a day. He subject, here the action performed by. Okay, takes, he takes. They sing sweet song. That means here the action is sing. Performed by whom? Okay, they. So here they is a subject. Clear? The verb, each we can call verb gives information about the subject. What the subject is or what the subject does in a sentence. Don't be confused. What the subject is, what the subject does. What the subject is means that is in the stative form. That means no action, we can see no action in the sentence. No action is performed. Okay, that is in the state. He is naughty. He is naughty. Here he is verb, but he is naughty. That is a state. He is naughty. He is angry. Here no action is performed, and that is indicates a state, and that will be called as principal verb. Okay, main verb or principal verb or lexical verb or full verb. Okay, dear students, let's discuss the different types of verb. Okay, finite verb. You can also divide the finite verb into main verb. Okay, finite verb, main verb or principal verb, lexical verb or full verb, then linking verb or copular verb, then stative verb means we have already discussed in the previous example. Stative verb that includes a state. Dynamic verb means an action. Transitive verb, intransitive verb, regular verb, irregular verb. You also know about auxiliary verb. Okay, primary auxiliary, modal auxiliary. Primary auxiliary divided into three parts: be verb, do verb, have verb. Then modal auxiliary. Modal auxiliary, you know. Single modal, then double modal. Single modal means must, dare, need. Okay, these are single modal. And double modal means shall, should, may, might, can, could, will, would. Okay, then non-finite verb. Okay, non-finite. Non-finite also divided into infinitive. Infinitive, you know, infinitive means main form of the verb. Main form of the verb. We will discuss detail about each verb separately. Okay. Infinitive, main form of the verb. Infinitive also divided into two parts. 2 plus infinitive, then bare infinitive. Bare means zero. Bare infinitive. Then gerund, then participle. Present participle, past participle, then perfect participle. Okay. Dear students, let's distinguish between finite verb and non-finite verb. Okay, finite verb. So here, just look at sentence. He reads a novel. Okay, he reads a novel. They read a novel. I sing a song. He sings a song. We walk daily. Okay. So here, he. You know he third person singular, and also the verb is used here in simple present, and we here add here S or S. That means we add here S. Okay, he reads. That means subject must be agree with the verb. Subject must be agree with the verb. So here subject is he and verb is read, and we have also add here S because third person singular also follows S or S to the main form of the verb. Okay, he reads the novel. Then they read a novel. So here they third person is they third person plural. They read a novel. Then first person singular. I sing a song. He sings a song. We walk there. So what you have noticed here? That means here all the sentence follow a systematic form of tense. That means he reads a novel. That is simple present. If we write here we, then the verb will be changed. That means finite verb means the verb which follows a tense, and also the verb also changes according to the number and also person. Here number means third person singular number. Third person and also number. Third person singular. If I write here we, then we read. That means finite verb follows a tense pattern and also the verb follows the person and also number. Okay, they read a novel. So here these are the finite verb: reads, read, sing, sings. What that means? These all are finite verb. Okay, just look at this non-finite. He wants to read a novel. So here reads, read, sing, sings. What? These are main verb. You know these are the main verb, or these are known as principal verb, lexical verb, or also full verb. Okay. He wants to read a novel. That is a main verb. But what is this? To read a novel. To read a novel. To plus infinitive. To plus infinitive. You know infinitive means main form of the verb. Like go, went, gone. So here main form of the verb means go. Eat, ate, eaten. So here main form of the verb is eat. Okay. To plus infinitive. Infinitive means main form of the verb. V1. Okay. First form of the verb. He wants to read a novel. So here he wants to read a novel. To read. To read. So it indicates which tense. It indicates which tense. To read. If I write here, they want to read. Here it will be to read. If I place they want to read. That will be to read. To read. They want to read a novel. I love singing a song. I love. This is main verb. This is also main verb. This is main verb. Singing a song. If I place we love singing song. We love singing a song. So here singing is non-finite. It indicates which tense. It has no tense. Singing, which tense? To read, which tense? Suppose take an example. I must go there. I must go there. Okay, I must go there. Here must indicates which tense? No tense. Okay, that is non-finite verb. Clear? That is non-finite verb which must. Okay, so here singing. He loves singing a song. That is main verb. That is non-finite verb. We go for walking. Here main verb. That is main verb. And walking is non-finite verb. Non-finite. I think you have got clear. Finite means finite follows a tense pattern and the verb also changes according to the number and also person. But in non-finite verb, what happened? He wants to read a novel. That means here to read is a non-finite verb. It indicates no tense. This is a tense. He wants to. That is his habit. That is his habit. They want to read a novel. They want to read a novel. To read, that is non-finite verb. It indicates no tense. To read, which tense? No tense. I love singing a song. That is also non-finite verb. Okay, we will discuss a detailed, complete about the different types of verb. Okay, this is just finite, non-finite. We will also go what is principal verb. Okay, how to identify the principal verb in a sentence. Auxiliary verb. Okay, he learned singing a song. We go for walking today. Walking is non-finite verb. Go is main verb. Clear? So this is the distinction between finite verb and non-finite verb. Let's review again. Finite and non-finite. In finite, if the subject is singular, the verb also is used in singular form. If the subject is plural, the verb also is used in plural form. But the sentence that are written under non-finite verb, like to read, singing, walking, they are also verb, but they are not affected by the number and person of the subject. Their form remain unchanged with all the subject. Okay, finite verbs change their form according to the subject. Their place in the sentence is also fixed. That is, fixed means after the subject in the predicate part. Okay, finite verbs are also called main verb or full verb. But non-finite verbs are not affected by the number or person of the subject. They have always the same form. Their place in the sentences is also not fixed. They may be used as subject, object, adjective. These are also known as double parts of speech. Okay, dear students, let's discuss about the main verb, the principal verb, or the lexical or full verb. A principal verb is the verb that provides information and is used to express action. It functions as the main verb in a sentence. Okay? They are my friends. As in the previous example, we have discussed that are is a, we can also call are is a stative verb. In this, we will discuss about main verb. Okay? In the coming part, that is linking verb or stative verb, we will discuss about linking verb. They are my friends. They are my friends. So here are is main verb. Here no action is performed. They are my friends. They are my friends. He is playing the guitar. He is playing the guitar. Is, you know, that is auxiliary verb, and playing is main verb. It functions as the main verb in a sentence. Playing. She has a pen. She has a pen. Has is used, you know. Yes. Auxiliary verb or main verb, but in this sentence, she has a pen. Has is a main verb. I have played the guitar. I have played. So here have auxiliary verb, played, main verb. He does it. Does it. Does can be used auxiliary verb as an auxiliary or a main verb. He does it. Here does. In this sentence, here does is main verb. What does he do? He does it. He doesn't go. So here, in this case, does will be helping verb. HB helping verb. AB, doesn't. HB helping verb. Then go here, main verb. Okay, main verbs play the important role in the sentence. Okay, and helping verbs help the main verb to complete the sentence. I am playing football. I playing football. No. I am playing football. Helping verb. Helping verb. Okay. Here I think we have got a complete idea about main verb. Both can be used. Auxiliary verb can be used main verb. Auxiliary verb can be used main verb. He does it. Here does it. You know, do, does, did. These are auxiliary verb. But these verbs also sometimes play the function of main verb in a sentence. Okay, he did it, he does it, I do it. That will be main verb. Okay. Dear students, let's discuss about the linking verb or copular verb. Okay, linking verb or copular verb. A linking verb connects the subject of the sentence to a word. That is known as to a word means subject complement. Okay, we'll discuss what is subject complement. So here the structure, that is subject plus linking verb plus subject complement plus subject complement. They are my friends. They are my friends. So here are is a linking word. Okay, are is a linking word. There is some examples of linking verb. Big verb, you know, is, are, was, were, become, look, seem, grow, taste, appear, feel, get. These are the examples of linking verb or copular verb. Okay. Suppose take an example. The lotus is the national flower of India. So here the lotus is subject. Is here verb. The national flower of India, that is complement. The national flower of India, that is complement. That means here it gives more information. It gives more information about the subject, that is lotus, the national flower of India. That means it gives the information about the lotus. The lotus is the national flower of India. Okay, so here we can call it is a it is a stative verb. Yes, it will be a stative verb. The lotus is the national flower of India. Here is a stative verb, or also we can call it is a linking verb. Okay, linking verb. Just another example. India is my country. Okay, India is subject, verb is, then complement my country. The leaves became dry. Leaf subject became its verb. Which verb? That is linking verb, or we can also call it is a stative verb. The leaves became dry. So here dry is a complement. You seem nice. You subject, seem verb. Which verb? That is linking verb or copular verb. Nice is a complement. Children felt very happy. So here children subject, felt verb, very happy. That is complement. Okay, the subject and complement in the sentence given refer to the same person. Yes, same person or thing. That is my country means here my country is India. Here the same place, same name. The leaves become dry. They dry. What are dry? The leaves. You nice. Your nice refers to, yes, you are nice. Who are nice? You seem nice. Children felt very happy. Who were very happy? Children. That means the same. Okay. And the verb which act as a link between the two in the sentence. Clear? The verb, that is the linking verb, is, am, are, where, become, look. These link the subject with the other part, that is complement. Subject with complement. The verb that helps to complete, the verb that helps to connect the subject with the complement, that will be known as linking verb or stative verb or a popular verb. Okay. As the complement refers to the same person or thing as the subject, we call it a subject complement or subject complement. Dear students, in the next video we will discuss about different other types of verb like auxiliary, primary auxiliary, modal auxiliary, regular verb, irregular verb, transitive verb, intransitive verb. Okay. If you have any doubt, comment in the comment box. Okay. Thank you.
In the last video, we had discussed about main verb, linking verb, and also finite verb. In this video, we will discuss about the next part, that is helping verb. Okay, helping verb, you know, helping verb also known as auxiliary verb. Okay, auxiliary verb. There are two types of helping verb. One is primary auxiliary and then modal auxiliary. Okay, helping verb known as auxiliary verb. Okay, primary auxiliary divided into three parts. First one is be verb, then do verb, then have verb. You know, the is, am, are, was, were comes under be verb. Then do verbs, do, does, did. Then have verb, has, have, had. Okay. Then modal auxiliary. Modal means, you know, modal. That means it can change its mode. Okay. It can change its mode. Shall, should, may, might, will, would, can, could. Okay. These are the pair, or we call it double modal. Okay. Double modal. That means can, could. This is a modal verb. Okay, modal verb. Can, could, shall, should, may, might, will, would, dare, must, need, ought to. These four are single modal, and these four are pair modal. Okay, pair modal. Suppose take an example. They are my friends. So here, you know, in the previous video we have already discussed that are, is, am, are, was, were, these all are known as auxiliary verb, but these verbs can be used as a main verb in a sentence. Okay, so suppose take an example. They have played cricket. They have played cricket. So here have is auxiliary verb. Which type of? Have verb. Okay, have verb. Auxiliary verb. Which auxiliary? Primary auxiliary. Okay, primary auxiliary. Okay, primary auxiliary. They have played cricket. So played here, that is main verb. Okay, main verbs. Take another example. I will help you. I will help you. Here will is modal auxiliary. Okay, will is modal auxiliary. I will help you. Auxiliary verb can be used as a main verb in the sentence, or it can also acted as an auxiliary verb in a sentence. Okay, I have played cricket. Have auxiliary verb. Played is main verb. Okay, I have written a letter. Have auxiliary verb. Written is main verb. I wrote a letter. Here that is only one verb. That is wrote. That is main verb. Okay, so just remember all these auxiliary verbs, that is primary auxiliary and modal auxiliary. Okay, these are all types of verb. Is, am, are, was, were, do, does, did, has, have, had, will, would, can, could, may, might, shall, should, ought to, dare, need, must. Okay, these are verbs. Clear? Dear students, let's discuss the next part, that is transitive verb and intransitive verb. Okay, transitive verb and intransitive verb. You know, transitive is divided in two parts. Transitive having direct object, having indirect object. Having direct object, having indirect object. Then intransitive verb, you know, verb of action, or we also called it dynamic verb, or verb of being, or we also called it linking verb or stative verb. Okay, transitive verb can be divided having one object or having two object. One object means direct object, two object means both direct and indirect object. Then intransitive verb, verb of action, verb of being. Verb of action we also call it dynamic verb. Then verb of being we also call it linking verb or stative verb. Okay. Dear student, let's discuss what is transitive verb. Okay, so you know transitive divided in two parts, having direct object, having indirect object. That means transitive verb means the verb having object. Okay, the verb having object. What is object? The object of a sentence is the person or thing that receives the actions of the verb. That receives the action of the verb. The object may be a noun or may be a pronoun or may be a thing. Okay, object may be a noun, may be a pronoun or may be a thing. Receives the actions of the verb. It is who or what that subject does something to. Okay, just look at this. He bought a cow. He bought a cow. The teacher taught us English. The mother gave her son sweet. Do you know he? Subject, verb. The teacher, subject, taught, verb. The mother, subject, gave, verb. Okay. The object of a sentence is the person or a thing. Here person maybe we can call a noun or a pronoun or a thing that receives the action of the verb. That receives the action of the verb. It is the who or what that the subject does something to. Okay. Take an example. He bought a cow. Okay, he bought a cow. He bought a cow. That means here he is subject, bought is verb, and a cow is an object. I learned an essay. I learned an essay. I subject, learned verb, an essay object. The teacher taught me English. The teacher subject, taught verb, me object, English also object. The mother gave her son sweet. The mother subject, gave verb, her object, sweet object. Okay, so in each of the sentence the verb require object. Okay, in each of the sentence the verb require object. That is cow, essay, me, English, son, sweet, to make the meaning of the sentence. Hence, such verbs are called transitive verb. That means if in a sentence there is an object, that will be considered as a transitive verb. Okay, whether whether it contains one object or two object, that doesn't matter. There should be an object in a sentence. Okay, we will detail discuss what is direct object, what is indirect object. Okay, if the verb is not used in this sentence, the meaning of the sentence remain incomplete. Okay, just he a cow, the teacher us grammar, the mother son sweets. If you removed the verb, that will be incomplete. So these verbs are called transitive verb. Clear? Transitive means the sentence having object, whether maybe one object or two object, that doesn't matter. There should be an object. Okay, when we put a question to the verb, okay, when we put a question to the verb like what, which, whom, we get object. Such verbs are called transitive verb. Okay, such verbs are called transitive verb. He bought a cow. What bought? Just simply ask what bought? A cow, that is an object. Okay, I learnt an essay. What learnt? What did I learn? What I learnt? An essay, that is object. Okay, such verbs are called transitive verb. You know there are two objects, that is direct object and indirect object. If a sentence has two objects, that will be called ditransitive. Di means true. Okay, di means two. If a sentence has a two object, that will be considered as ditransitive. Okay, direct object and indirect object. So let's define what is direct object. A direct object is a noun or pronoun that directly receives the action. Okay, I know him. I love sweets. He helped me. Sheetal sings a song. the teacher explained the rules. Okay, so here how to find the direct object? How to find the direct object? Dear students, if you want to find out a direct object in a sentence, you have to ask the question what or whom about the verb. Okay, what or whom about the verb. The first example, I know him. I know him. I know him. Whom do you know? Whom do you know? I know him. That means I have already told you. I just ask the question what or whom to the verb. Okay. I love sweets. What I love? What I love? The answer will be sweets. Okay. What I love? Just ask the question what or whom to the verb. To the verb. What I love. What I love? Sweets. So it will be direct object. He held me. He held me. Whom did he help? Whom did he help? Me. That is direct object. Sital sings a song. Sital sings a song. So here Sital subject, sings verb, a song, direct object. What does Sital do? Sings a song. What does Sital sing? What does? A song. The teacher explained the rule. What explained? What explained? The rules. What did the teacher explain? Okay, just ask the question what or whom to the verb. Then you will definitely get the answer, that is direct object. Okay, that directly receives the action. I know him. I know him. I love sweets. He held me. Sital sings a song. The teacher explained the rule. Okay, that is direct object. But in sometimes there should maybe two object in a sentence. You know that is called a ditransitive verb. Ditransitive. Okay, dear students, let's discuss what is indirect object. Okay, indirect object. And indirect objects proceed the direct object. It tells us who is receiving the direct object. Suppose take an example. Just look at this example. He teaches us grammar. Just I have already told about. Ask what or whom about the verb. You will get that direct object. You will get direct object. He teaches us grammar. What? What does he teach? What does he teach? Grammar. That is direct object. That is direct object. He teaches us grammar. Whom? Whom does he teach? Us. Us. So here us will be indirect object. Us will be indirect object. Suppose take another example. He called me. He called me. He called me. Here that is one object, me, and that will be direct object. That will be direct object. If a sentence there is only one object, that will be considered as a direct object. Okay. If in a sentence there is only one object, that will be considered as a direct object. Whether it may be a non-living things or living things. But if in a sentence there are two objects, that is one will be living, another will be non-living. So here he teaches us grammar. Here us is living. Yes, here us is a pronoun, personal pronoun. That is indirect object and grammar is direct object. Okay. Another example, she gifted me a watch. Okay, she gifted me a watch. So here watch is what? What gifted? What did he gift? Watch, that will be direct object. Okay, direct object. Me, that is personal pronoun, that will be considered as indirect object. Just another way to identify the direct object. Another way, that is she gifted me a watch. She gifted me a watch. Suppose I remove this word. Okay, he teaches grammar. He teaches grammar. That is a meaningful sentence. He teaches grammar. That is a meaningful sentence. That is direct object. She gifted me a watch. She gifted a watch. She gifted a watch. That is also meaningful sentence. That is direct object. Okay. The police arrested the thief. So this is a simple sentence. That is the thief is direct object. The thief is direct object. As I have told about that, living beings or personal pronoun will be considered as indirect object. Indirect object. But in this case there is only one object. Okay, in this sentence there is one object, that is the thief, and the thief will be considered direct object. In a sentence, if there is one object, whether it may be living or non-living, that will be considered direct object. If there is in one object, okay, one object, that will be called as direct object. If there are two objects, there is one will be direct and another will be indirect object. Okay, there are two ways. First you have to ask the question what or who. Another way to find out the indirect object. He teaches us grammar. He teaches a grammar to us. He teaches a grammar to us. If you want to replace the indirect object to the end, then you have to put a or you have to use a preposition. He teaches a grammar to us. She gifted a watch to me. The police arrested the thief. That is one object. That is direct object. Clear? So there are two objects. One is direct object and another is indirect object. Clear? Transitive verb, intransitive verb. Transitive verb means those verbs having object. Whether it may be one object, maybe two object. One object will if there is one object, that will be direct object. Okay, if there is one object, that will be direct object. Clear? Transitive, intransitive. Transitive verb having one object, having two object, having direct object or having indirect object. Or in a sentence there can be two object as we have discussed in the example. Clear? Dear students, that is a task for you and you have to do it. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can also comment in the comment box. In the next video, we will also discuss about the intransitive verb, that is verb of action and verb of being. Okay, thank you. Start. You know, intransitive verb is divided into two parts. First, verb of action or dynamic verb, and second one is verb of being or linking verb or copular verb or stative verb. Okay, intransitive verb divided into two parts. First one is verb of action or dynamic verb. Then second one is verb of being, linking verb or stative verb or copular verb. Okay, so let's start. What is intransitive verb? What is intransitive verb? Okay, dear students, look at the example. The dogs are barking. My brother sleeps. Daily at 10 p.m. Some boys ran fast. The bus stopped. They are sitting there. Okay, the dogs are barking. This is action. Okay, the dogs are barking. That means here some action is performing by the dogs. That means they are barking. The dogs are barking. So here barking, that is action. Okay, that is action, and we call this is dynamic verb or verb of action. And here the action doesn't pass to an object. Okay, here the action, that is barking. The dogs are barking. Here the action barking doesn't pass to over an object, and such verb we will call an intransitive verb. Okay, intransitive verb. Transit means there should be presence of object. Intransit means the verb that doesn't require an object. Okay, doesn't require an object. That is known as intransitive verb, and intransitive divided into two parts. Verb of action, verb of being. So here that is verb of action. Verb of action. My brother sleeps daily at 10 p.m. Here sleeps. That is also action. Some boys ran fast. Ran. That is also action. The bus stopped. That is also action. They are sitting there. These all are action, or we call it verb of doing or action verb or dynamic verb. And these verbs require no object. That means it can make a complete sentence itself. The dogs are barking. That is a complete sentence. My brother sleeps daily at 10 p.m. There is no object in this sentence. That means here the verb doesn't pass to any other noun or pronoun. My brother sleeps daily at 10 p.m. Some boys ran fast. The bus stopped. They are sitting there. These verbs are called intransitive verb. Which verb? Barking, sleeps, ran, stopped, sitting. These are intransitive verb. Okay. In these sentences, the verbs require no object. Okay. They express complete meaning. Hence, such verbs are called intransitive verb. Okay. Remember, an intransitive verb is a verb that denotes an action which doesn't pass over to an object or which express a state or being. Okay, which express a state or being, or it can be action. Okay, dynamic verb or maybe verb of being or linking verb or copular verb. Okay, dear students, let's First discuss what is verb of action or dynamic verb. Okay, suppose take an example. It rained. It rained. The sentence is complete. The verb it is followed by the intransitive verb, that is rained. You can also add adverb heavily to describe how it rained. Okay, it rained. It rained. Here rained is an intransitive verb. Okay, rained is an intransitive verb. Dear students, let's discuss more example about dynamic verb. Okay, they were talking loudly. They were talking loudly. Here that means the action is performed, that is we are talking. Okay, we are talking, that is dynamic verb or doing verb or verb of action. Okay, you can also add adverb after the verb. Okay, adverb, just previous example, it rained heavily. It rained, it is also a complete sentence, but if you want to describe how it rained, okay, you can also add adverb at the end. They were talking loudly. The train has come now, that is adverb. Okay, the train has come, that is intransitive verb, or we also call that is dynamic verb. That means it requires no object. There is no object in these sentences. Okay, she worked regularly, that is adverb. She worked. Here worked is verb of action or dynamic verb, that is intransitive verb. Okay, wind blew very hard. Here blew, that is intransitive verb or verb of action, and that is adverb. The moon rose suddenly. Here rose is intransitive verb. We also call it verb of action. We are discussing all about verb of action or dynamic verbs that come under intransitive verb. Okay, suddenly adverb. She went away, intransitive verb. Away adverb. The boys ran fast. Ran intransitive verb and fast adverb. The ship sank. The ship sank. Here sank is which type of verb? Dynamic verb or verb of action, that is intransitive. Okay, the sun shines brightly. You can also add brightly adverb. Shines, which verb? Intransitive verb. The train stopped. The train stopped, that is intransitive verb. Next, the phone rang. Here rang is intransitive verb. The girls danced. Dance also intransitive verb. These all sentences are verb of action or verb of doing or dynamic verb, that all come under intransitive verb. That means these verbs require no object. They themselves make a complete sentence. Okay, dear students, let's discuss the next part, that is linking verb or copular verb or stative verb. Okay, some verbs are always linking verbs because they never describe an action. Okay, they never describe an action. That may be in the form of state, or we also call it linking verb. Okay, linking verb is divided into basically three parts. Okay, to be, to become, to seem. Okay, mainly divided into three categories. First, to be. To be is, am, are, was, were, has been, have been, is being, are being, was being, were being, will, have been. These verbs come under to be, and these verbs are always used as linking verb. Okay, linking verb. First one, to be. Okay, then to become. Become, becomes, became, has become, have become, had become, will have become. These verbs come under the category of the verb form, that is to become. Okay, to become. These verbs are called to become. Then to seem. Seem, seems, seemed, have seemed, is seeming, was seeming, were seeming, will seem. These verbs come under to seem. Okay, these are the linking verb. There are also more other linking verb. Just the student, take an example. The ball is red. Okay, the ball is red. Here is a linking verb. Okay, here is a linking verb that connects the subject ball to inform about that it is red. Okay, the ball is red. Here is a linking verb that connects the subject ball to inform about that it is red. Okay. Next example, the children are smart. Okay, here are is a linking verb that connect the subject children to inform about that subject that they are smart. Okay, the children are smart. Here are is a linking verb that connect the subject. Children inform about the subject that the children are smart. Okay. Next example. The cat seems nice. Okay. The cat seems nice. Here seems is a linking verb. Okay. Seems is a linking verb. Okay. Seems links the subject cat with information about the cat that it is nice. Okay. Dear students, let's discuss how the intransitive verb can be represented. Okay. Subject plus linking verb plus adjective. Okay. Subject plus linking verb plus adjective. She is intelligent. Okay. This is linking verb. This is copular verb or stative verb. Okay. She is intelligent. Here is linking verb. Okay. Subject, linking verb, adjective, intelligent adjective. Okay. Those birds are thirsty. Those birds subject, are is linking verb and thirsty is adjective. They became rich. Their subject became verb. Which verb? Linking verb, then rich adjective. The girl became happy. The girl became happy. The girl subject became intransitive verb, that is linking verb, and happy adjective. The food was tasty. The food subject was linking verb, that is intransitive, tasty and adjective. The sky grew dark. Here grew linking verb, dark adjective, the sky subject. Okay. The lion was angry. The lion subject was linking verb, angry adjective. The rose smells sweet. Smells linking verb, smells linking verb. Okay. The rose subject, then sweet is an adjective. Okay. He is honest. Honest adjective is linking verb, he subject. Okay. Her daughter looks beautiful. Looks linking verb, beautiful adjective, her daughter subject. Okay. These are all intransitive verb. There is no object in all this sentence. Here there is absence of object. Okay. This is the way we can write the intransitive verb using the linking verb. Using the linking verb, not action verb. Okay. That is verb action. We use linking verb to represent the intransitive verb. Okay. Dear students, let's learn the another way to represent the intransitive verb using linking verb. Okay. Here the structure is subject plus linking verb plus noun. Okay. John is my student. John is my student. Okay. John subject is linking verb, then my student, here that is noun. Okay. C.B. Raman subject was linking verb, a scientist, noun. His uncle looks a doctor. His uncle subject, looks linking verb, then noun, a doctor. My father is a teacher. My father subject is linking verb, a teacher, that is noun. He is our captain. Okay. He is our captain. His subject is linking verb, our captain, that is noun. Okay. Captain, that is noun. Here all verbs are intransitive verb. Okay. Here no action is performed. Okay. Here no action is performed. John is my student. C.B. Raman was a scientist. His uncle looks a doctor. My father is a teacher. He is our captain. These all are intransitive verb. Which part? That is verb of being or copular verb or linking verb. Okay. So I think you have got a complete idea about transitive verb and also intransitive verb. Okay. Intransitive verb divided into two parts. First one is verb of action or verb of doing or dynamic verb. Then second one is verb of being or linking verb or copular verb. Okay. Dynamic verb can be represented using subject plus action word plus adverb. If you want to provide more information about the verb, then you can also adverb at the end. And the way to represent the intransitive verb using linking verb or verb of linking verb or verb of being or stative verb. Okay. First one is subject plus linking verb plus adjective. Then second one is subject plus linking verb plus noun. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can also comment in the comment box and also subscribe this channel. Okay. Thank you. In the next video, we will discuss about regular verb and irregular verb, which is also known as strong verb and weak verb. Okay. Thank you. Dear students, in the last video we have discussed about intransitive verb, that is verb of action or dynamic verb, and linking verb or stative verb, or that is called verb of being. Okay, in this video we will discuss about the next part, that is strong verb and weak verb, which is also known as regular verb and also irregular verb. Okay, so look at this. The form of the verb, okay, forms of the verb. The first or base form, you know, that is V1. Okay, the main or the first form of the verb, that is known as V1. The first or base form, that is play, and we use plays for singular form. Okay, the second and past form, that is played, that is V2. Okay, V1 is play for plural and plays for singular. Then second and past form, that is played. Then third form, that is playing. Here third form, that is ing form. Okay, in the upcoming videos we will learn about non-finite verb, that is to plus infinitive, bare infinitive, and also participle gerund. Okay, so this is called ing form, playing. The third and past participle form, that is played. Okay, V1, V2, then ing form, then V3, that is third or past participle form, that is played, V3. Okay, we use the first and base form in simple present. Okay, first, that is play, write, go, that is we use in for the present tense. Okay, for the simple present. Okay, the second or past form, that is used in simple past, that is played, wrote. Okay, played, wrote, ran. Okay, these are the second form, that is used only for the simple past tense. Okay, the third form in perfect tense. Okay, V1, V2, V3, go and gone. So here gone is in third form. Okay, we use that is in perfect tense, all, or in passive form. Okay, in the next upcoming video we will learn about passive, active voice, passive voice. I write a book. I write a book. A book is written by me. A book is written by me. We will learn more about it. Okay, written, that is passive form. Okay, the next ing form in continuous and perfect continuous. Ing form in continuous, that means present continuous and past continuous. Ing, I am playing cricket, I was playing cricket, that means here ing form. In continuous, continuous means present continuous and past continuous. Then second, perfect continuous tense, present perfect continuous, then past perfect continuous. Okay, I have been playing cricket, I had been playing cricket. Okay, that is present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and also present continuous or past continuous. Okay, these are the form of the verb. Form of the verb, V1, that is main form of the verb, or we also call it infinitive. Okay, infinitive, first form of the verb is known as infinitive. Okay, play, play is used for plural. Okay, plural, they play, he plays. Okay, V1 used for simple present, then V2, that is past, used for past tense, then V3, that is, V3 means here go went gone, that is gone, that is V3, that is used for perfect tense. Okay, perfect, that is present perfect and also past perfect. Then ing form, ing means here progressive. Okay, present continuous, past continuous, or present perfect continuous, or past perfect continuous. Okay, generally the verbs are said to be regular verbs and irregular verbs. The verbs which ends in ed or t is its past and past participle forms is said to be regular verb. When past simple or past participle form of a verb doesn't end in ed or t, it is said to be irregular verb. Okay, regular verb means those verbs which end in ed or t, that will be called as regular verb, and those verbs which don't end in ed or t, that will be called irregular verb. Okay, dear students, I have divided the verb forms into 4 groups. Okay, so here first, in group A, the verbs require the addition of d or ed to make the past and past participle form, that will be known as regular or weak verb. Okay, in group A, the verbs require the addition of d or ed to make the past and past participle form, that is known as regular or weak verb. Then in group B, the verbs make their past and past participle forms by merely changing the inside vowel, that will be called as irregular or strong verb. Okay, In group C, the verbs require the addition of T, that is regular or weak verb. Okay. In group D, the verbs have the same form in base form, past form and also past participle form. Okay. So let's discuss each group one by one. Okay. In group A, the verb require the add of D or ed to make the past and past participle form. That will be regular verb or weak verb. Okay. In group B, the verbs make their past and past participle forms by merely changing the inside vowel. That will be irregular or strong verb. Okay. In group C, the verbs require the addition of T to make the past and past participle forms. Okay. That will be regular or weak verb. Okay. Next, in group D, the verbs have the same form in base form, past form and also past participle form. That will be irregular or strong verb. Okay. So let's start first group. In group A, the verbs require the add of D or ed. Okay. So here abuse for plural, then abuses for singular. Abuse, abuses, abused, abused, abusing. That is present participle. Here abusing is the present participle form. Okay. Past participle abused, past form abused. Okay. Abuses, abuse, abused, abused, abusing. Next, act, acts, acted, acted, acting. Next, advise, advises, advised, advised, advising. Allow, allows, allowed, allowed, allowing. Appear, appears, appeared, appeared, appearing. Answer, answers. Here answer, that is here the first form. Okay. Here that will be used for plural. Okay. That will be only this verb used for only plural form. Okay. Appear, appears, appeared, appeared, appearing. Answer, answers, answered, answered, answering. Arrive, arrives, arrived, arrived, arriving. Arrest, arrest, arrested, arrested, arresting. Ask, asks, asked, asked, asking. Attack, attacks, attacked, attacked, attacking. Bath, baths, bath, bath, bathing. Believe, believes, believed, believed, believing. Beg, begs, begged, begged, begging. Boast, boast, boasted, boasted, boasting. Borrow, borrows, borrowed, borrowed, borrowing. Carry, carries, carried, carried, carrying. Collect, collects, collected, collected, collecting. Copy, copies, copied, copied, copying. Change, changes, changed, changed, changing. Climb, climbs, climbed, climbed, climbing. Close, closes, closed, closed, closing. Cook, cooks, cooked, cooked, cooking. Okay, dear student, these are the regular verb. Okay, these are the regular verbs. Cook, cooks, cooked, cooked, cooking. Cross, crosses, crossed, crossed, crossing. Compare, compares, compared, compared, comparing. Count, counts, counted, counted, counting. Cry, cries, cried, cried, crying. Call, calls, called, called, culling. Care, cares, cared, cared, caring. Clean, cleans, cleaned, cleaned, cleaning. Climb, climbs, climbed, climbed, climbing. Complete, completes, completed, completed, completing. Defeat, defeats, defeated, defeated, defeating. Dare, dares, dared, dared, daring. Die, dies, died, died, dying. Defend, defends, defended, defended, defending. Decorate, decorates, decorated, decorated, decorating. Die, dies, died, died, dying. Divide, divides, divided, divided, dividing. Dry, dries, dried, dried, drying. Drown, drowns, drowned, drowned, drowning. On, ons, oned, oned, earning. Enter, enters, entered, entered, entering. Fail, fails, failed, failed, failing. Flat, flats, flatted, flatted, flatting. Fail, fails, failed, failed, failing. Fear, fears, feared, feared, fearing. Finish, finishes, finished, finished, finishing. Flee, flees, fled, fled, fleeing. Find, finds, find, find, finding. Face, faces, faced, faced, facing. Found, founds, founded, founded, founding. Grant, grants, granted, granted, granting. Gain, gains, gained, gained, gaining. Graze, grazes, grazed, grazed, grazing. Haunt, haunts, hunted, hunted, hunting. Hate, hates, hatted, hatted, hatting. Hear, hears, heard, heard, hearing. Help, helps, helped, helped, helping. Hire, hires, hired, hired, hiring. Hunt, hunts, hunted, hunted, hunting. Invite, invites, invited, invited, inviting. Jump, jumps, jumped, jumped, jumping. Join, joins, joined, joined, joining. Kick, kicks, kicked, kicked, kicking. Kill, kills, killed, killed, killing. Lift, lifts, lifted, lifted, lifting. Live, lives, lived, lived, living. Like, likes, liked, liked, liking. Look, looks, looked, looked, looking. Love, loves, loved, loved, loving. Make, makes, made, made, making. Move, moves, moved, moved, moving. Miss, misses, missed, missed, missing. Need, needs, needed, needed, needing. Name, names, named, named, naming. Obey, obeys, obeyed, obeyed, obeying. Obtain, obtains, obtained, obtained, obtaining. Open, opens, opened, opened, opening. Order, orders, ordered, ordered, ordering. Oppose, opposes, opposed, opposed, opposing. Pass, passes, passed, passed, passing. Permit, permits, permitted, permitted, permitting. Play, plays, played, played, playing. Please, pleases, pleased, pleased, pleasing. Pray, prays, prayed, prayed, praying. Pay, pays, paid, paid, paying. Prefer, prefers, preferred, preferred, preferring. Prove, proves, proved, proved, proving. Promise, promises, promised, promised, promising. Pull, pulls, pulled, pulled, pulling. Punish, punishes, punished, punished, punishing. Prepare, prepares, prepared, prepared, preparing. Plug, plugs, plugged, plugged, plugging. Praise, praises, praised, praised, praising. Push, pushes, pushed, pushed, pushing. Pluck, plucks, plucked, plugged, plucking, promote, promotes, promoted, promoted, promoting, prevent, prevents, prevented, prevented, preventing, present, presents, presented, presented, presenting, rain, rains, rent, rent, raining, rain, rains, rent, rent, raining, reach, reaches, reached, reached, reaching, receive, receives, received, received, receiving, rise, rises, rest, rest, rising, refuge, refuges, refused, refused, refusing, reply, replies, replied, replied, replying, resign, resigns, resigned, resigned, resigning, rest, rest, rested, rested, resting, repair, repairs, repaired, repaired, repairing, return, returns, returned, returned, returning, rob, robs, robbed, robbed, robbing, rob, robs, robbed, robbed, robbing, save, saves, saved, saved, saving, say, sage, said, said, saying, sow, sows, sowed, sown, showing, sew, sews, sewed, sewed, sewing. Okay, this is the group 1. Okay, these are known as regular verb. Okay, these are known as regular verb. Okay, here ed we have added ed. Okay, we have added ed. This is regular, or this is called it, we call it weak verb. Okay, then go to the next part, next group, that is group B. In group B, the verb make their past and past participle form by merely changing the inside vowel. Okay, inside vowel, that will be irregular verb or strong verb. Just look at this: arises, arose, arisen, arising, awakes, awoke, awoke, awakening, bears, bore, burn, bearing. Just look at here, the only the vowel changes: arises, arose, okay, arisen, arising, awakes, awoke, awoke, awaking, bears, bore, burn, bearing, bears, bore, burn, bearing, beats, beat, beaten, beating, become, becomes, became, become, becoming, begin, begins, begun, begun, beginning, bite, bites, bit, bitten, beating, bind, binds, bound, bound, binding, bead, beads, bed, beaten, beading, break, breaks, broke, broken, breaking, bring, brings, brought, brought, bringing, choose, chooses, choose, chosen, choosing, come, comes, came, come, coming, catch, catches, caught, caught, catching, do, does, did, done, doing, draw, draws, drew, drawn, drawing, drink, drinks, drank, drunk, drinking, drive, drives, drove, driven, driving, dig, digs, dog, dog, dogging, eat, eats, ate, eaten, eating, fall, falls, fell, fallen, falling, feed, feeds, fed, fed, feeding, find, finds, found, found, finding, forbid, forbids, forbade, forbidden, forbidding, forget, forgets, forgot, forgotten, forgetting, freeze, freezes, froze, frozen, freezing, get, gets, got, got or gotten, getting, go, goes, went, gone, going, give, gives, gave, given, giving, grow, grows, grew, grown, growing, hang, hangs, hung, hung, hanging, hang, hangs, hanged, hanged, hanging, hide, hides, hid, hid or hidden, hiding, hold, holds, held, held, holding, know, knows, knew, known, knowing, lie, lies, lay, lane, lying, ride, rides, rode, ridden, riding, ring, rings, rang, wrong, ringing, rise, rises, rose, risen, rising, run, runs, ran, run, running, see, sees, saw, seen, sing, shake, shakes, shook, second, shaking, sign, signs, shown, shown, signing, shoot, shoots, shot, shot, shooting, sink, sinks, sank, sunk, sinking, sit, sits, sat, sat, sitting, speak, speaks, spoke, spoken, speaking, stand, stands, stood, stood, standing, steal, steals, stole, stolen, stealing, stick, sticks, stock, stock, sticking, strike, strikes, struck, struck, striking, swim, swims, swam, swam, swimming, take, takes, took, taken, taking, tear, tears, tore, torn, tearing, throw, throws, threw, thrown, throwing, wear, wears, wore, worn, wearing, weave, weaves, wove, woven, weaving, win, wins, own, own, winning, write, writes, wrote, written, writing. Okay, these verbs will be called as irregular verb or strong verb. Okay, these verbs will be called as irregular verb or strong verb. Okay, then next, in group C, the verbs require the addition of T to make the past and past participle, that is regular verb or weak verb. Okay, by addition of T, bend, bends, bent, bent, bending, bring, brings, brought, brought, bringing, build, builds, built, built, building, born, borns, born, born, burning, buy, buys, bought, bought, buying, catch, catches, caught, caught, catching, creep, creeps, crept, crept, creeping, deal, deals, dealt, dealt, dealing, dream, dreams, dreamed, or you can also call dreamed, dreamed, dreaming, dwell, dwells, dwelt, dwelt, dwelling, feel, feels, felt, felt, feeling, keep, keeps, kept, kept, keeping, lend, lends, lent, lent, lending, live, lives, left, left, living, lose, loses, lost, lost, losing, meet, meets, met, met, meeting, mean, means, mint, mint, meaning, send, sends, sent, sent, sending, sleep, sleeps, slept, slept, sleeping, smell, smells, smelt, smelt, smelling, spend, spends, spent, spent, spending, teach, teaches, taught, taught, teaching, think, thinks, thought, thought, thinking, weep, weeps, wept, wept, weeping. Okay, okay, these verbs are known as regular verb or weak verb. Okay, then next part, in group D, the verbs have the same form in base form, past form and also past participle form. These verbs are known as irregular verb or strong verb. Okay, irregular verb or strong verb. Same form: bet, bets, bet, bet, betting, boast, 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 boasting, cast, 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 casting, cost, 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 casting, cut, cuts, cut, cut, cutting, hit, hits, hit, hit, hitting, hot, hots, hot, hot, hurting, knit, knits, knit, knit, knitting, let, lets, let, letting, put, puts, put, putting, quit, quits, quitting, read, reads, read, reading, reads, reading, set, setting, spreading, sorting, shading. Dear students, these are the list of regular and irregular verbs. Okay, this is the verb part 4. If you have not watched the previous 3 parts, you can also go to the playlist section and also you can watch this. If you have not subscribed this channel, subscribe this, so you can get all the latest educational video that is relating to grammar. Okay, and if you have any doubt, you can also comment in the comment box. If you have not watched the previous 3 part, you can also go to the playlist section and you can also watch all the verb part 1, part 2, part 3. Okay, thank you.